What up, my beautiful soul tribe? Happy Sunday. Oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. I love this song. Anyways, I just wanted to share something with someone out there that's willing to listen. Maybe you're struggling as to why everything in life is annoying you. And I'm here to tell you that everything in life is teaching you something. Even though I just did a video yesterday saying that you're not always the student. I take that back. I feel like we are always the student. But sometimes we are the teacher. And even when you're teaching, you're still learning. You're still kind of like a student. So we're always learning something. But sometimes the lesson isn't for you. And this is what I talked about yesterday. Sometimes you are the lesson for somebody else. But if you're out there and you're a person that's like annoyed about everything and everyone, and you complain that why is this happening to me? Why is that happening to me? Why is this being done to me? Why is that being done to me? That's because you're currently going through lessons after lessons, and you're going to keep going through lessons until you get it. And not everybody gets it, but if you're here watching this video, then you're aware. And that's good because your consciousness is expanding and your awareness is expanding and you're learning, you're growing. So it's not a coincidence that you came across my channel. So I wanted to share something that I wrote down. Everything in life is teaching you something. Everything in life is teaching you something. Sometimes you are the one that's teaching them something. And even if they're treating you like they don't respect you, or they're using you, or they're being mean to you, it's not always that the lesson is for you. The lesson is that for them too, because of how you react to how they treat you. What your energy is like when you came into their life is their lesson. Hear me out. Anything that annoys you is teaching you patience. So if you're annoying them, it's a possibility that you're teaching them patience. If you're annoyed by them, maybe they're teaching you patience. Okay? Like I said, you're not always the student, but you are the student, you are the student. Sometimes you're the teacher. I know, I'm confusing, right? Anyone who abandons you is teaching you how to stand up on your own 2 feet. You have to look at life and change your perspective a little bit. And that's what I started to do about 3 years ago when I started to learn emotional intelligence. I started to learn how to shift perspectives. I learned how to see things through the eyes of a different reality, dimension, mindset, energy, instead of just seeing how everything's affecting me to hurt me, harm me, and bring me down. I was trying to see it through a different lens to see how this could be helping me. Because you know what? Sometimes those lessons are blessings. Most of the time they're blessings. They're blessings in disguise. And the ones that hurt the most are the ones that are teaching you the biggest lesson. Those are transformations. So anyone that abandons you, and abandonment is always, it hits you right in the heart, right? That's the one that usually tears you down, because anybody that walks out of your life, that you feel walked out of your life, is teaching you something. It could be teaching you independence. It could be teaching you how to stand on your own 2 feet. Anything that angers you is teaching you forgiveness and compassion. Anything that has power over you is teaching you to take your power back. Anything that you hate, or anyone that you hate, is teaching you unconditional love. That's a tough one. I'm going to admit it for myself. That's a tough one. Anything you fear is teaching you courage to overcome your fear. That's also a tough one. I have a hard time with change. I have a hard time doing things where I can't control the outcome because I don't know what the outcome could be, because it's the unknown. I have fear of the unknown. So I have like control issues. I know that sounds really bad, but I'm not like a controlling person. I just like to control like you know, the environment that I'm in. I want to know that I have a plan A, a plan B, a plan C. I want to make sure that I'm protected and I'm safe. But I feel like anything that you have fear of is teaching, not only is it teaching you courage to overcome your fear, I also feel like it's teaching you to have faith within yourself, faith, you know, to trust that everything's going to be okay. Also, anything that you fear persists. It's going to keep coming back into your life over and over again as a different person, as a different situation. And what you resist persists. That is literally my mantra. When I am faced with old patterns that I'm like, oh shit, I recognize that, I say to myself, what is the lesson here? What am I resisting? Because this shit keeps persisting. And I hate that. So I tend to teach myself, coach myself, push myself through everything that I fear so that I don't have to keep going through that lesson over and over and over again. Also, fear could be, it's not always like jumping out of an airplane and doing something that you fear, like singing karaoke or speaking in front of a lot of people, but that could also be teaching you to face your fears, to have more courage within yourself, have faith within yourself that you are powerful, you have nothing to fear. Get up there and speak, get up there and sing. Who cares if they judge you? They're going to judge you anyways, even if you don't get on that stage and do that karaoke song that you know you can't sing because you're pitchy. Who gives a shit? Have fun. And it's messed up that it took me 46 years to learn this. Not to give a rat's ass. Even though I probably still won't get on that stage and sing karaoke unless I have some liquid courage. So, I'm just saying. Anything that you can't control is teaching you how to let go. That one's a tough one too. Think about that. Anything that you can't control, or anyone, you're not supposed to be controlling anyone anyways, but anything that you can't control is teaching you how to let go. Letting go is so hard. So yeah, everything and everyone is always constantly teaching you something, and you are always constantly teaching them something. You are not always a student, but you are. Because even when you're a teacher, you're still learning. At least that's what I feel. I feel like just because you're a teacher doesn't mean that you give up on the learning, because you can learn something from your student. Sometimes the student becomes the master. Have a happy Sunday.